intentional.
At this point I'm starting to keep my mind more in check and use more loving.
Peace and power, family. You are now multidimensionally tuned in. This video is going to be very short, and a bunch of people have asked me, right, due to popular demand, how to sun gaze. All right, so I'll just put it straight to you. All right, now you see the position I'm in, right? This is 5 o'clock, 5:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, right? The sun is setting, although there's some clouds, but the sun is going to come out. You might see the sun come out, right? So now, sun gazing is simply the act of, right? You know, some people say, I just look at the sun, right? I'm like, what am I gaining, right? Now, let me explain the process to you, right? Now, when you eat food, right, do you watch the nutrients digest with your eyes? No, you don't watch them digest with your eyes, right? You don't even observe them digest. You just know they digested when you start to feel energetic. That's the same thing, right? Everything has a metabolic process of digestion when it comes to the human body. So you need to respect that same procedure for when you want to digest either information in your eyes, or you want to, you know, basically digest information in your skin with the sun, right? Now, when you sun gaze, what do you do? Sun gazing is simply, remember, the eyes is the seat of the eyes. This is the gateway to the soul, right? Through your eyes, I can tell you what your soul is like, right? If you see people with shiny eyes, right? People who have eyes that shine, right? Or their pupils, you know, maybe glow or something. Basically, like, now, leave the eyes. See, I mean, basically, if you see the whole eyeball just has an overall shiny color, that has a lot to tell about how someone is internally as well. But that's just a plus. Now, you need to understand that how sun gazing is effective, right, works by setting your intention when you're sun gazing. You need to realize something, right? Intention. What does intention mean? Intention means adding an emotional, you know, an emotional energy to either your thoughts or to your actions. All right. Now, I can make an action without having an emotional energy to it, you know. It could just be this type of action now could be, you know, unemotional. It's just like it just, you know, it's not something that I can remember, like, or I really have a memory attached to. But if I do this, right, and then I'm looking at my hand while I'm doing it, and I'm just admiring my hand, and I'm doing this, I'm like, wow. Now, what happens? There's two different things. Now, I have put in an intention to swiping my hand, so I have a better chance of remembering what it really felt like, or having an emotional registration of what it really felt like, right? And that is the power of your intentions, right? So your intention is seeing something and having an emotional connection to it. You feel me? So you get me? So now I'm looking at the sun, right? Now I'm thinking of how much I love the sun. I'm just thinking of loving things in my mind. Okay, you get me? It's very important to think of love, because I'll tell you again, love is an electromagnetic amplifier of your energy, right? So how this happens is that, you know, when you feel love amplifies the ability for you to connect with the cosmos and the infinite intelligence, because, like I said, you need to leave the bottom three chakras, which are based on desire, right, and ascend to the heart chakra and above to the chakras that, you know, above and even beyond the 7 chakras. But the idea is empathy, right? You put love in your heart and look at the sun. That's what I do, right? So I just started to look at the sun and imagine, like, wow. So, like, maybe I could just be like, wow, so is this our true form? Is this what we really look like? Like, so, like, wow. So you mean that I am one with the sun? Like, and I'm not like I'm speaking English or anything. I'm really just looking at the sun and just feeling. I can start to just feel. Probably just let go of thinking and just humbly feel my childhood, or just feel something. Like, attach a memory to the experience, all right? Attach a memory, because your brain is constantly remembering the things that you do, right? But then when you now attach a memory to whatever you do, that hits the subconscious mind straight, and the subconscious mind is more connected to the plane of, you know, the higher forces than your conscious mind is. Okay, you need to use your conscious mind to program your subconscious mind by using an emotional form of programming, right, or through autosuggestion, but or emotional application, right? Remember, your heart is 5,000 times plus more electromagnetically in tune with the universe than your brain is, all right? So this is the science of it, you feel me? So I'm looking at the sun. Wow, it's so beautiful. Like, to think deep, you need to breathe deep, right? So you breathing deep, you just hold your breath and let the breath condense, let it just settle. All right, this is prana exercise, you get me? This is sekhmetic energy. Sekhmetic energy is the energy of the atmosphere, all right? So it has to do with the goddess Sekhmet in Egypt. But then that's a food for thought. So you feel me? So I'm looking at the sun. I'm just now. The sun's rays are hitting my eyes and they are digesting. Right? They are. My eyes are absorbing the sun's rays. Okay. Remember, plants absorb sun rays. Right? Plants have chlorophyll. I have melanin, right? So I can absorb the sun's rays, all right? So what this means is that it's the same thing, right? So if I just maybe if I go and sit down where a plant stays, let's say a plant stays, maybe it sits outside, I just sit outside like the plant for 2 hours, right? Under the sun. Now, this has when I leave that environment, I just go chill. Like when this light rays metabolically digest like in my body as energy now, I start to feel energetic, you get me? So it just works that same exact way. Now, so I'm looking at the sun, I'm loving it, it's touching my skin, it's entering my eyes. So this is melanin and a melanin conversation. I'm collecting information from the source. I'm taking all that information. But what am I doing, right? Remember, I know that I'm not this body, I'm the soul. So I know that I am really up, I'm not really here. This is not the real reality, this is the 3D, right? So I'm above, I'm not here, right? So what I use this agility to know there are only a limited amount of things that I could do that have to do with the physical thing for me to be really connected. You get me? So I need to understand that the key to achieving almost anything that has to do with, connecting with source is empathy, is love. So you need to have a thought in your head that you can go to, and anytime you think about that thought, you start to feel that, that feeling of, that feeling of like a flower opening in your mind. Like that is empathy, like that feeling. Right, that is love. So what that means is that your electromagnetic energy is amplifying, your aura is widening. All right, so that's how that works. So for me to know that I'm not this body, so I know that my soul knows well enough, my spirit knows that, guy, for you to collect this information, you need to, you need to feel. Right, that's your job in this. Just come here and feel. That's what you need to come and do on this planet. Just come and feel and love, so that you can charge up your energy to feed your soul. Maybe if you dream in the night, I don't know, this is just like it's charging up your higher self, right? This is the battery. This earth is like the battery, right? This is like where we create energy and use the energy to power up our vessel. Remember, these lights that we're collecting from the sun doesn't only work physically, right? We are light in spiritual form, so this is charging our spiritual light as well. Okay, don't just look at it only physically, right? Don't limit your mindset at all. So with this being said, this is just an in-depth analysis to what sun gazing is actually like, right? And the effects of sun gazing. So now your solar plexus, lastly, your solar plexus is the part of your body that is directly associated with sun gazing information. What I mean is, now your solar plexus is the seat of your subconscious mind, right? This is your gut, your intuition, right? That's your third brain, all right? After your heart and your brain, and this is your mind, your head brain. Now, this is the brain that's responsible for intuition. So if you want to have a greater sense of intuitive understanding, a sense of just, maybe intuition basically means that maybe I just go somewhere and I know that this place, the vibes of this place is not good, I should leave. Like for no reason, I just have feeling that itch, that's an intuition. So that, the perfection and the precision of that, this chakra, right? Which is your solar plexus, right, is heightened due to what type of food you eat, right? You need to eat foods that are natural foods, especially foods that are yellow or green in color. These amplify your solar plexus naturally, right? Or orange, right? These amplify your solar plexus naturally, all right? So when you eat this type of foods now and you go under the sun, what happens? You've bought the data, you've subscribed for the particular type of data, right? Let's say there's T-Mobile, there's Celtel, there's MTN, there's different, and let's say you need to buy T-Mobile if you want to use your heart, you need to buy Celtel if you want to use your throat, so you need to buy Airtel if you want to use your solar plexus. That's the idea. And Airtel is the particular type of food you're eating, right? Like I said, now yellow foods especially have natural yellow foods, right? Organic yellow natural foods have an effect on helping your subconscious mind, which is your solar plexus, to collect this information from the sun. So this is what the solar plexus does. That's why it's called the solar plexus. Means a connection of wires, right? So this is like this collects the information, right? Real shit, just the same thing as how your eyes do. So the melanin in your eye has the ability to grab sunlight and condense it, all right? So yeah, that's just it, right? It grabs sunlight and condenses sunlight. So this can actually overall help your vision and it helps. Now this feeds your third eye. All right, this feeds your third eye, right? Yeah, it's entering these two eyes, but then it's connected, right? I have a third eye, so the information is entering my third eye as well. Now sometimes I close my eyes, right? When I close my eyes in the process of sun gazing, now what am I doing? This eye is not really like, no, now it's more like I'm letting my pineal gland take, you know, I'm closing my eyes, so all the senses, right? You know, when you open your eye, you're using more energy, so I'm closing my eye now so that now my pineal gland can take more of that. So the focus is now more prioritized and centered towards my pineal gland now, you feel me? So like, so you know, so sometimes you sun gaze, close your eyes and open your eyes, right? So this is now, let me end the video on this note. This is the process of how I can sun gaze and meditate, right? So I'm under the sun, sitting down in my meditation position. So what I do is I stare at the sun like this. I breathe out, right? Sometimes you don't need to blink, right? Sometimes I don't blink, right? I'm just doing this because it's the video, so I don't really blink. So I could just do this for like, so I try to keep it for long, maybe like 3 minutes. I just keep it there, just try. So I just know that, like, that's when I'm using my eyes to feed from the sun, not the third eye. When I'm using the first two eyes, so I'm just collecting information, you know. And so as compared to the third eye, you know, it's different, all right? So I breathe in, close my eyes. I wait, I breathe out, I feel it. I start to imagine my third eye. I just start to imagine a pine cone. I just start to imagine a pine cone that is opening, or just put that energy. I just put the imagination on my occipital lobe. As you know, the occipital lobe is in the front of you. This is a part of the brain that's in the front, so this has a lot to do with, you know, your sight region. So I just put my imagination towards here, and then, you know, while I'm feeling that sun energy is actually doing a lot of work. You need to understand, light penetrates solid, right? Light can actually penetrate solid. There are type of light rays that can penetrate solid. So if you have this understanding, you should know that the sun rays can penetrate any damn thing, all right? So it can enter your eyes, come out to the back of your head. So for the fact that it's entering here and it's coming out through here, it's passing through your pituitary gland, your pineal gland. So, you know, that's like good juice for your soul as well. So sun gaze with emotion so that you can tap more and enjoy more energy, this refined energy. You feel me? So family, I'm finna go sun gaze now. Like, I'm already feeling like I need to go. With that being said, family, that's the power of sun gazing, right? So form a routine of how you want to do it, right? Form a routine. I don't know, I can't tell you exactly how you should be doing it, but I can tell you the science, which is put emotion and intention to when you're looking at the sun. Don't try to, you don't need to think about much. The way you're looking at the light beam that's touching you and applying love and just gratitude and like, wow, what are you? You are amazing. You get me? That's, the sun is hearing you. You be like, oh, don't say that. Oh, take some more. Take some more. Like, just don't say that. I'm blushing. The sun will be blushing. Like, you get me? It's just like, you need to imagine the relationship with an actual thing, because all things exist. All right. So give it that credit and stop ignoring the sun. All right. The sun is you. Right. It's just 1 over. You know, you're just 1 over, let's say, 8 billion of the sun. All right. With that being said, family, I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe if you found this useful. And sun gaze your way is amazing. I sun gaze every single day, and that helps me to keep my, you know, it helps me to balance my serotonin level, right? We have melatonin and serotonin in our melatonin and serotonin is it affects, you know, your sleeping level. This has to do with your circadian rhythm, which is the sleep and wake cycle, right? So if you know, sun gaze, this can help to boost your it boosts your serotonin level, right? So you can have a better sense of vision in the day, or is it in the night? In the night, right? As compared to melatonin, that is, correct me with this information. The names always confuse me, but one has to do with the night and one has to do with the day. All right, family, you feel me? So sun gazing helps you keep that, store some energy that you can use to have a good balance of that. And so in the night you have a perfect energy with a good form of sight. With that being said, family, like, comment, subscribe if you found this useful. You know,
fresh flows are mixing. We've been blinded by different religions. Whoa. And so, but that time is up now. Man, I conscious, man, I pop up. Me third eye chakra lined up on key. Man, I meditating on cheap. Man, I sun gaze, make up a popping. I gotta keep my guard up. Stay on my lane, I'm not gonna run up. Reptilian, shana, hot mind, make a bar.